Most of you saya dah berjumpa online. Of course, alhamdulillah, this is meeting one-to-one, and I'm sure we will get to know each other again as time progress. Some of you probably tak pernah discuss or jumpa saya online. Saya Zakir. You can find out more about me later on, or I'm sure you'll be able to find my name on LinkedIn also. But I think it's good to start with the story lah. Why am I doing what I'm doing, so that you have a better picture and better perspective of how we're going to go about this. I always say that saya dulu jual hot dog. I used to sell hot dogs, yes. 1901 hot dogs. Anybody heard the franchise? Pernah dengar? So saya dulu pengasas the franchise 1901 hot dogs lah. Satu ketika kita ada about 110 outlets. Singapore pun ada, Jakarta pun ada. But eventually we scaled down and we passed it to PNS. So PNS is running it now. So, bila running a franchise company, kami franchisor lah. The brand is Malaysian brand. Bukan brand daripada US ke apa. We created the whole concept. It's a Malaysian company lah. It's a Malaysian company. It's not a franchise daripada US ke apa. When we were running as a franchisor, saya membantu franchisee buka company. Set up a neighborhood, And well, most of our ex-franchisees back then tak ada knowledge about running business. No knowledge of running business. So it was particularly my job helping, assisting the small business owners to open small businesses running the franchise outlet, right? Yes, it was a food outlet, but in terms of the SOP, macam mana nak buka neighborhood, how to train the staff, how to hire the staff, how to cook the products and all that, we had to do it from scratch. So assisting people to open companies, saya dah buat over the past 30 years, and my background is not in we call it F&B. I'm in economics and finance. My background is in economics and finance. So but so happen pengalaman saya untuk membantu small business owners buka businesses, and after that TTO office picked me up. I was lecturing MBA on the side dekat Putra Business School, night classes, and then eventually UPM TTO office picked me up. So I was there dekat UPM punya transfer tech office almost 6 years. Then I went to UM transfer tech office, head of commercialization. I went to TNB. So all throughout that, membantu researchers to open company. To set up neighborhood, to how to raise money, to commercialization. So I've been doing that for the past 20 years. Of course, 1901, and then that dengan TTO office the last 15 years. And then dekat TNB pun, Tenaga Nasional, I was not at a lot of people thought I was at the TNB research. I was at the corporate side, corporate venture, at the group, the public listed company, the HQ. Then I'm now with the VC, and of course I'm running my own startup. So a bit of background about my pengalaman, and over the years, of course, experience of learning how to run companies, the what do you call it? The failures and the successes of 1901, failures of banyaklah company idea yang saya buat tak menjadi over the years. So all that cumulative of experience and learning over the some of the best minds how to make commercialization work. I have accumulated that over the years lah. So even at one time I was blessed when SRI, Stanford Research Institute, was hired by, I think it was MOF and KPT back then, to train a lot of transfer tech office, how to Silicon Valley punya people come over and train us how to commercialize and all that. Masa dulu what do you call it, biotech Malaysia was involved and all that. So that's a bit of general background. So now you understand where I'm coming from, and in terms of perspective of not only dari segi VC. Yeah, I'm a VC. I'm with a VC firm now. Not only from a VC perspective, but also on the ground level, how to build a company. Because sometimes a VC can approach you and tell you that how for you to have a business model, for you to grow your company, but the actual on the ground surface level, macam mana tongan terbalik, menangis and all that stuff, they won't understand the cry out of an entrepreneur, right? That's a challenge. Okay, all right, that's a bit about me. Now let's talk about the program itself. I usually will give an overview of the program. Perhaps who's controlling itu? Yeah, maybe kan ada kita punya 3 stages tu?
3 stages.
Ada tak grafik? Buka tu. So I will give an overview for 15 minutes of the whole program, how we're going to have this program for the next 6 months, and then we're going to have a bit of speed dating for 15 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, less than that maybe, get to know each other. Even before that, you have some of you will, not some of you, all of you will each one give a bit of introduction to each other. Okay. The objective of the program is clear: for you all to commercialize your product or commercialize your idea, right? And as I said, commercialization can come in many ways. But apa cara commercialization yang kita encourage is through your own Senam Berhad. Okay, not your own enterprise, not your own PLT, Senam Berhad. Now, investors prefer a Senam Berhad rather than enterprise. Sebab enterprise, as you know, you don't have to audit. You don't have to submit documents to SSM, but investors want to see that you have a full audit account or at least some sort of an audit over the years. So that's why they prefer Senam Berhad. So that is the route of commercialization that we want you to pursue. Kita tak nak also add a lot of restriction. Macam, the KPI is this, kalau tak nanti kita penalty you, kita penalize you. It's so much restriction and constrict of you to maneuver, then it will impede on you trying to grow your company. What am I trying to say? I mean, for example, like, you must buka company dalam bulan 6. You must ada, investment bulan 7. We cannot do that. Some of you will go faster, some of you grow slower, and it's hard to say that. Even though we know at the back of our head, we know at the back of the objective of Pusat Inovasi, they also have a KPI to achieve. They have their Myra KPI to achieve, and that's the purpose of this program, to have a more funnel in order to reach the university's KPI. And the KPI has a certain milestone, and of course I get pressured, we get pressured, the secretariat, saying that berapa banyak company boleh establish daripada Pusat Inovasi, berapa banyak licensing agreement boleh sign and all that. But we all know kalau too much restriction atau too many KPI, ada penalty tu, you all feel that tak nak masuk program. So we don't want to do that. Alright, so the objective is clear. And at the end of the day, you all have seen this, most of you. We are pursuing towards demo day. We are pursuing to demo day. And there are timeline that we have to watch out. Timeline in terms of we cannot boleh tak, minggu depan kita sibuk and kita tak ada, semua tak dapat datang kelas, and kita anjak ke depan, and at the end demo day 2-3 tahun akan dapat. No, we cannot do that. It's already stated, demo day on the 7th month, full stop. Whoever can do it, whoever can make it, whoever cannot make it, then you fall out lah. And we have a strict timeline, because the idea is that we want to make sure all the expenses and all the money being spent for the program follow the strict timeline, right? Itu satu timeline that we have to pursue. Even saya dah beritahu Izaidah dengan Fikri, and also Prof Syawal punya team, some weeks ada holiday, and kita tak boleh buat kelas. Then kita kena make sure the following week or the following weeks, 2 weeks selepas tu, or 1 week tu, make sure ada 2 kelas, because we have to cover the kelas yang kita tak boleh buat sebab ada holiday. So things like that, because we have to make sure that kita habiskan the program within that 7th month. The 7th month is the demo day, because the whole 3 stages ni is 6 months, right? So that's one thing that I want to highlight. The timeline, kita kena make sure we meet that timeline. Itu satu. Nombor 2, in terms of this program also, the format is clear. I mentioned also, during our meetup, my simple taklimat to you all online before this. There will be online classes, physical and online classes, that we teach concepts and theories, and we brainstorm. That is one of methodology, or you can call it pedagogy, or whatever you want to call it. But the other methodology and pedagogy on top of that will be the market validation activities. Meaning that it is your part, your role, to provide that data, so that data will shape your company. A lot of people think that there is a certain structure, based on certain structure and certain format, you will, and if you follow these steps, you will establish a format of a company. It's not like that. Creating a successful company is a mixture of, it's a mixture of a bit of science and art. If you say that, is it like total art, kita draw on a painting and there is no structure? Even art in itself, there is some form of structure. Macam mana nak draw the face, macam mana nak draw the landscape, macam mana nak draw whether it's portrait or landscape, or format, atau nak tengok perspective like a 3D kind of thing. There are certain format to it, but also there's an art in drawing, right? So this is where the blend of art and science in building a company that is so difficult to blend through. What do I mean by science part? There are certain things that you have to follow through in order to get the results, but there are also certain things that you have to be creative about it in coming up with that. I will constantly use the term investable company or investable business model. So yes, there are certain format, but at the same time, we have to be flexible enough, and you all have to be creative enough with me in trying to understand the data that you provide. It is how for us to be creative in painting your company eventually. So I don't know everything. I don't know. Even though yes, I have a lot of experience in building companies. Yes, I have more experience than you all building companies. But at the end of the day, I am learning as much as you are in building your company. To be honest with you, wallahi, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps because every startup that comes to me, I have no idea what's going to happen to the startup. Even though I have macam gambaran, okay, this thing might go this way, this might go this way. At the end of the day, it could be meletup, or it could be tenggelam, or it could be nyawa ikan. I don't know. It could be that, right? But at the end of the day, if you ask me what is the one thing that will make this work, it is you, to be honest with you. It is your effort. It is your effort. If the more you focus at it, the more you become successful. Yes, I do understand you ada kerja hakiki you. Yes, I do understand you have 9 to 5 elsewhere. I understand this is just a side gig, and you're building this side gig in order to make it, inshallah, be successful. Because there is no other side gig. You have 9 to 5 and this side gig, and focus on this side gig. The more you focus on the side gig, I don't want you to leave your 9 to 5, but the more you focus on the side gig, I can promise you, you will be successful. My job is just to guide you and throw a little bit of ideas and be mindful to you. Oh, jangan buat ni, based on certain principles and theories or concepts that tried and tested. Okay, but even the tried and tested principles and concepts kadang pun tak jalan sebab it's a lot of new ideas. There's a lot of new things in the world that is coming up, AI lah, all that stuff, right? So if you ask me, what is that one thing, Cik Zakir, that will make this thing successful, my idea ni, at the end is you, particularly the CEO, not the researcher. That I can tell you. The more involved the CEO, atau you can call it project manager, CEO, commercial team, whatever, tak kisah, the CEO. If the researcher wants to be the CEO, then CEO lah, researcher is the CEO. If the CEO tak nak become, researcher tak nak become CEO, okay, then who is the CEO? That CEO must be penting. Then you say that, Cik Zakir, okay, must be the CEO introvert, extrovert, orang ni. No, not necessarily. I always say that over the years, kita tahu, kadang-kadang budak yang dapat A, cakap cikgu, ikut cakap cikgu, not necessarily jadi Prime Minister atau successful. Tapi budak yang nakal juga, tapi tak ada some knowledge about theory and concept, pun tak menjadi juga. Terlampau nakal lah. Tapi terlampau baik pun tak menjadi juga. So yes, I usually in a typical cohort ada je one CEO buat everything perfect, masuk assignment, buat problem interview, buat market validation, ikut researcher, at the end tak menjadi juga perfect, right? But on the other hand, ada juga yang CEO yang tak masuk kelas, but understand the concepts, follow up through, kadang gaduh dengan saya, ada juga. Jadi, so what is it? At the end of the day, you need a blend of both. A lot of people said a good CEO or we can call it project manager are the ones that be able to see the dots, not retrospectively or connecting the dots, but be able to connect the dots even now. Meaning that in that Steve Jobs punya words, is that Steve Jobs was saying is that, are you the one be able to see the future and connect the dots so that you know what you want in that future, but rather than benda dah terjadi 10 tahun, only then somebody said, oh, the connecting the dot was this happened, not like that. So that ability is when, yes, is a mixture of being introvert, is a mixture of being extrovert, is a mixture of being able to see what is out there, but also being resourceful and naughty enough to understand how to connect that dots. When I say naughty enough, a lot of people say that Cik Zakir ni kadang-kadang nampak macam serong sikit. Serong maksud like, okay, for example, at times when a researcher from perubatan said, Cik Zakir, I need clinical trial, I need ethical committee approval, I need this, I need that, I need this. I cakap, Prof, tunggu 10 tahun lah, boleh commercialize kalau nak macam itu. Tapi I always say that, Prof, there are some grey markets among the doctors and the clinics willing to try your medical products, but they know that they trust you is safe enough for them to do at their clinics, even though you don't have MPRA, clinical study, whatever, right? There might be some grey markets some doctors at clinic willing to try your medical device. Are you willing to go through that? Kita tahu, I trust you, Prof, that benda ni tak memudaratkan atau matikan orang lah. Will you willing to go that? You know what I mean? So, There are some, Malaysia tak adalah, maybe in India, maybe in other countries, most likely there are some grey markets. When I say grey market, bukan nak membunuh lah, but willing to work out with you in order to make it work. You can call me crooked, but I want to make it work. But at the same time, you know, we are trying to find people who will make it work with us. So that is where that nakal part and the baik part have to merge together. Being resourceful, okay. So and only time will tell among the most of you, among all of you, will you be that A star student and cantik buat semua buat benda betul, but at the end you are not that person that I talked about, right? So okay, I touched about that a bit. I always say that overview. Okay, so 3 stages: demo day, 2 months. We need to meet the timeline, and we need to make sure that we follow the so-called pedagogy, which is the online classes, as well as the market validation activities. And yes, online classes falls back a lot on me to guide you on the brainstorming, so that the brainstorming output will be expected, you know, so that when based on the brainstorming output, you will use that output sebagai you punya andaian, assumption for you to test in your market validation activities, right? But at the end of the day, the effort that you put in to do the market validation activities depends a lot on you to get that data out. Yes, I will guide you and I'll give you as much input as possible from based on the data that you have provided, how we can craft this investable business model. Now, I do not know whether you all know this or not, realize or not. It is quite typical. I don't know whether you've seen, I think most of you have seen the Valley of Death, right? The Valley of Death graph. They say that you all can, we all, even me, I think, be able to come up with a patent and the best, you know, invention in the world kalau saya duduk seorang dalam bilik. Tak nak tunjuk produk pada orang, come up with the best mind, the best idea if I'm alone. But the moment I bring this idea out of my lab or my room and tunjuk kat orang, yes, that person will criticize, that person will give ideas that how to make it better and improve. And the more people I show, the people might say that my idea will be diluted, or my idea will be non-inventive, or no longer be invention, a good invention, because dah tunjuk ramai orang, because ramai sangat orang, like they said, too many cooks spoil the soup. But that is where the challenge lies. The challenge lies when your idea, you need to involve the whole ecosystem to make it investable. What do I mean by whole ecosystem? Yes, you have an idea, kita masuk kelas, tunjuk Cik Zakir, apa pendapat Cik Zakir? Saya cakap, okay, good assumption, go and validate. The moment you validate, lagi ramai lagi you tunjuk kepada orang you punya idea. Whether is dia orang nak beli ke tak beli, atau even the suppliers might say that this is a bad idea, good idea, you know, and so forth. The other, anybody lah in the ecosystem, right? The challenge is sifting through even my input, sifting through these inputs, eventually not only me to help you to come up with investable business model, but the input of many others in order to come up with the investable business model. That is a challenge. In sifting that, when shifting and going through all the ideas, how can we navigate and find out the investable business model? Sampai of course you boleh buat jualan, and sampai people will invest in your company. That is where you know, that's what we need to do. And you might say that, then okay, again, you know, like I said, there is certain format we have to follow, the pedagogy, the class and whatnot, right? But at the same time, we are getting all this information for the next 6 months, how to find, eventually sell your product and make it investable. And that is not an easy fit. That is not an easy fit to do. So, all right. So, point number 2, just now, as I said, point number 1 is the timeline. Point number 2, the format of it and how we use the format and your interaction with the ecosystem, not only with me, eventually how to harness the ideas and comments from a lot of people towards that investable business model. That's point number 2 that I want to make. Point number 3, as an overview, point number 3, as an overview to this, to the start of the class, is, what do you call it? I always say this at the beginning of every cohort. 10% of you will fail in the first 1 month. Kita ada berapa? 15 group? 14 group. 14 group. So what is that 10%? 1.4? So katakanlah 1 or 2. There, over the many cohorts, not only UKM, saya cuba tweak sikit. Saya tweak. Boleh tak kurang daripada 10% tercecer the first 2 months? At the end, statistic tu has always remain 1-2 among all of you akan terbengkalai. I don't know what. Sometimes it's beyond us. Personal issues lah, anything lah, could be anything. So I hope none of you will drop out. I hope all of us, insyaAllah, terus sampai ke demo day. Izaidah nak tu lah, kita nak tu. Tapi it will happen. So, and at times, I may be harsh in following up with you. But I do understand, sometimes you have personal issues, tak boleh submit your assignment ke, or tak come up, that cannot come up with a certain, or buat meeting dengan saya within the stipulated 2 minggu tu. Mana ni kata nak kita, I'm asking you all to do a meeting with me. Nobody wants to book any calendar dengan saya. Of course I push, but I do understand sometimes ada family issue, sometimes you have your 9 to 5 work, and sometimes I do not sometimes lah, I do accommodate, but these are the things that we need to be adhered to lah. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, we do have certain timeline, but do approach me saying that Izzaidah, Fikri, Cik Zakir, bertimbun kerja, ada exam, family issues, masuk hospital, bla bla bla, I faham. Even sometimes I can even accommodate. Boleh jumpa pukul 8 malam? Things like that, because you cannot make it during daytime. So that's the third point that I want to highlight, meaning that certain things you have to follow through. For example, submission of the assignment, the classes. When I say submission assignment, is the brainstorming lah, you have to submit, and then the data, market validation data. And I did mention dalam taklimat, kita ada penalty kita kalau you tak submit the assignment, tak masuk kelas, and also the data submission berturut-turut 3 kali, we already sign a warning letter lah. Kalau keempat tak masuk langsung, tak ada warning letter, we just remove you all. So please adhere to that. Like I said, even though we have that, if you have issues that cannot really help, do approach us and we can accommodate. Right? That's also want to highlight, yang pentingnya ialah the commercial team to follow those rules. Commercial team, some of you have 2 orang commercial team, some of you have seorang, which is the CEO or the project manager, some of you have 2. Alhamdulillah, kalau you ada 2 tu, then we will not pangkah kalau the other person commercial team masuk walaupun CEO tak masuk kelas. Faham Kalau CEO tak masuk kelas 3 minggu berturut-turut, and then the system will trigger. Tapi when Izzaidah dan Fikri check dalam attendance, actually the other commercial team masuk kelas. Then kita tak penalize lah. Okay? So it's because at least there's one commercial team yang submit assignment atau masuk homework atau masuk kelas atau buat market validation, right? So that's I just want to mention about that. And you will, again, I don't want to go through in details what are the modules and what are the activities we will do into. You will get to know them in time as we go through this. Apa lagi an overview of the program. I think in terms of capacity development. I do understand some of you probably slightly more advanced with commercialization. Some of you are probably more experienced in business. Some of you probably more experienced in other things. That's fine. We will adjust accordingly, and so forth. We understand, but please take it that everybody is ground zero lah. Maksudnya, for example, some of you might be CPA, chartered accountant, I don't know. I say, good, Alhamdulillah, please, ke depan and tell us your experience. Or some of you have gone through many companies. Some of you already learn how to do marketing plan. I don't know. Alhamdulillah, baguslah. Tapi, and you can do better marketing plan than apa nak saya ajar, maybe, I don't know. Right? But assume that everybody is ground zero, so that we will start from zero lah for everybody, so that in terms of business punya concept and theories. Okay, so some people might say that, alah, benda ni aku tahulah, I'm expert already in chartered accountant. Okay, apa Cik Zakir lagi ajar pasal cash flow kan, so things like that. So I still have to teach the basic of cash flow because most of you don't know, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, right. Any other question? Any questions regarding the format and what you need to expect? Some people, what is our next to do item, Cik Zakir? Berkobar nak buat benda kan? So any questions in terms of the format? Because next one we going to introduce, all of you going to introduce, just stand up for introduce yourself, each other, and then we going to do speed dating. Ada nak bertanya tak? In terms of format, and then I will introduce another thing. How we go about in conducting this program is we going to use tak buka lagi nanti. Academician Startup is an online platform. Saya dah tunjuk Izzah dengan Fikri. It's an online platform. This online platform is whereby you will log in, you will watch the video, and there will be a quiz. For example, let's say, I don't know, brainstorming on cash flow, right? Sebelum brainstorming on cash flow or class about cash flow or session macam gini online atau physical class pasal cash flow, you will watch the video about what cash flow concept is, sabit video lah, that online, and that usually about 5 to 7 minutes, or maybe a series of 5 to 7 minutes, series or even just one series, and then there will be a quiz, and that is a must. You watch that video, then we will do that class. Let's say today's class. So meaning that 2-3 hari sebelum ni you dah watch that video first. So and then lagi cepat kita punya brainstorming session, right? And that online academician startup online tu punya platform is where Fikri and Izaidah will also submit the attendance. So and in submitting the attendance, the platform, the computer system will tengoklah attendance siapa yang CEO particularly lah, berapa kerap tak datang, berapa kerap datang. So bila 3 kali tak datang berturut-turut, the application, the system akan hantar email kepada pengarah straight away, automatically. And of course you will get CC, and then pengarah will issue, or the pusat inovasi will issue an email. Please explain, researcher, kenapa your CEO tak datang. So that is how it works. And of course that is two. And then submission of the homework also, screenshot, we use Miro. You take screenshot of the Miro and then upload dekat Academician Startup also. And that is also being tracked on Academician Startup. And then the data submission, I will show later. That data submission is also you upload kat online startup or Academician Startup on weekly basis. Nanti I'll show which part that you upload. Okay. Yeah, that is how kita kendalikan the whole program, by watching the video online, and then and of course we use Miro to brainstorm, and then you upload the program, and based on brainstorming punya Miro punya brainstorming output is what you will use for your market validation activities lah, like I said before, right? And also the academician startup is to monitor your overall performance in terms of your data submissions, and pihak pusat inovasi, you all know this lah, I don't have to tell you, they need information, evidence that you all dah buat kerja, so that bila audit datang, taklah, insyaAllah tak ada audit kot, kata audit negara datang, Izaidah adalah ni dah submit, group ni dah submit ni, group dah submit ni, group dah submit ni. Inilah apa tu data-data market validation. So that's the purpose of it also, for us to document your all punya work. Okay. Alright. Any question on this? So let's move to the next. Ada soalan pasal format? Tak ada. Right. Of course, there's a lot more to talk about. I will not go into details. All right, let's go to then just simple get to know each other, and then we will have this. Mana tadi kertas? So maybe we'll start orang belakang kot, daripada orang belakang dulu. But later on, Fikri dengan Izaida will pass this a simple. I call it speed dating. I've been having this for years. It's good that you listen to each of the orang. They're gonna, somebody you're gonna stand up. Later, you're gonna stand up for, introduce yourself, your name, your startup, dengan researcher mana, or unless you are CEO, if you're a researcher, who is your CEO, and what is your idea lah. Just quick introduction, and then we go around, and then do listen to that whoever is talking, because we're gonna pass this paper to each of you. And then you're going to get to know each other by going around the room. You only have 1 minute to listen to the other person punya, what do you call it? Customer's pain point. Okay, customer's pain point. So kalau saya tanya individu yang depan saya ni, okay, what is your startup idea, what is your customer's pain point, hamba Allah depan saya tu kena explain dia punya customer pain point in 1 minute or less than 1 minute, sebab you nak bertulis juga ni. Then kita akan press bell, tukar, you pula akan bercakap punya you punya customer pain point pada that individu, and then tulis score. We gonna keep this 6 bulan akan datang, you going to do another speed dating sama, and then we gonna pass it to you. Apa beza now hari ni dengan 6 bulan akan datang? Perbahasa how you go about in telling your customers pain point. Ada perubahan tak masuk kelas Cik Zakir pada sekarang 6 bulan akan datang in explaining? Because this technically you are telling an investor what is your customer's pain point. The easier you be able to articulate your customer's pain point, the easier the investor will invest in you. Senang cakap gitu je. Okay, that is speed dating. Okay, sebelum speed dating, please tell us your name. Jangan takut, nampak macam takut je. Okay, your name, where you're from, and what is your who is your group? Maybe your researcher ke?
Hi everyone, I'm first time to be here because I just joined this recently.
Okay.
So my name is Biang, and you guys can call me, everyone can call me Biang or
Yeah, you don't look like from the university.
Yes.
You are?
I'm Malaysian.
No. Are you from UKM?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
I'm 4th year student of electrical and electronic.
Okay, you look too smart to be a student. Okay, continue.
So basically I'm from Mr. Jirun teams, and we are going to create an algorithm board which can solve the like rural areas farmers, like they even didn't know any like we mainly made for the AI board is for Malay first language for the AI farm advisor for the Malaysians.
Okay, sorry, your name again?
Ang.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much. So your researcher is not here?
Not here, but I'm representative of my team.
Of course, you are. All right. Next person.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azri. I'm from Johor, Pasir Gudang.
Orang Johor mesti cakap pada Johor sama lah dengan saya. Okay, continue.
I'm here with my partner.
Okay. Siapa nama lagi? Siapa researcher you?
Dr. Muhammad Khairul Fazli.
I see. Okay, next person.
My name is Muhammad Khairul. I from Johor, and our teacher is Dr. Muhammad Khairul.
Apa idea? Startup idea?
kirim it.
Okay.
Kirim it.
Oh, okay. Right. Kirim. Alright. Okay. Your researcher tak ada sini? Tak ada. Okay. Next person please.
Assalamualaikum and
Salam.
good morning everyone. My name is Afila. I'm a researcher from Solar Energy Research Institute. So my project was currently at the starting was focusing for the vending machine solar vet, and after a few discussion and investigation, so we decided to change to the flexible solar device, which is focusing on the flexibility, which compatible to use anywhere and by anyone.
Sorry, siapa nama again?
FIFA.
FIFA. Prof?
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Good morning. My name is Narafina. So my idea is phase one, which is to do with bioremediations of water.
Right. Right.
So this is my CEO.
Thank you, Prof. Yes. Nama?
My name is Norwatka. I'm from the phase one for the FSC.
See. Alright. Next person.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Cik Hasni Ayu and I am from Imayusis. Okay, so I am a CEO and the founder is Prof. Madia Dr. Ahmad Razli,
See.
from the Imayusis.
Apa idea?
The idea is about the manufacturing of biochemicals, high value biochemicals, which is alpha-trinol
I see.
from microbes.
From micros. Okay. Next person.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Shamshikila. I'm from Ibarsa also, and this is my CEO. So I'm from she's team from same provider Dr. Muhammad Bazli, the Ramzi. So basically, our project we want to produce the compound named alpha-trinol synthetically in E. coli, and then in microbes basically. So we want which is the alpha-trinol have like medical properties. So we want to commercial that medical that alpha-trinol and yeah,
I see.
medical
You use the word synthetic.
synthetic in microbes.
But is it derived from E. coli?
Because the actually genetic is from the plants and we make the microbes can produce that
I see.
That compound.
Okay. Alright. Right. Okay. Next person.
Hi, good morning. Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
I'm Siti Fairuz. I actually the industry partner for the Dr. Swisu from UKM. So the project is on the wastewater monitoring based biosensor.
I see. Okay. And you're not from university?
I'm from Indawater.
Indawater. And what is your designation kat Indawater?
Researcher.
I see. Okay. Next person.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
My name is Haziq. You may call me Haziq.
Right.
I'm a final year student in software engineering at UKM. My researcher is Dr. Chin Siok Fong for the startup called On-Trace.
Call?
On-Trace.
Okay.
Lung detection early. Cancer.
I see. Okay. Researcher tak di sini? Okay. Next person.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Good morning everyone. So my name is Rushdie, can call me Rushdie. So I'm from FST, UKM, and I now second year in degree. And with me, my researcher, Dr. Shen. So our group, our company product is wall panel, dual function that bring thermal insulation and also EMI shielding, that and also using green technology.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Chen from Material Science Program. So here is my CEO.
Right. Right. And the idea is EMI shielding. Thermal. Dual panel. Wall panel for dual panel. Okay. Prof.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi. Saya Fatimah daripada Sains Kesihatan. My background is speech language therapy.
Right.
So I work with adults who have stroke, traumatic brain injury, and when your brain is injured, for some people they have their language condition being very very common. So our product, this is my CEO, actually my husband. So we have like a little
Tak apa. It's okay.
caregiver lain tengok kan dia.
Tak apa.
So our product is actually to develop a digitalized training exercise and assessment so that patients can do their own exercises and their own monitoring at home with their language exercise.
Right.
All MD.
Right.
Assalamualaikum datang pagi semua. Saya
Salam.
Faizal. Saya CEO
Hmm.
Dr. Fatimah.
Dr. Fatimah.
Basically saya sebagai NGO dari FM Alzheimer Disease Malaysia. So basically projek Dr. Fatimah ni ada kena-mena sikit lah dengan career saya.
Ya. Baguslah pupuk awal anak jadi entrepreneur. We need to talk. My son baru dapat aneurysm. So ada speech impairment. So ada brain hemorrhage. So anyway, please.
Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera. Nama saya Nususu. Saya daripada Fizikal Institute.
Are you a researcher?
Yeah, I'm a researcher.
Oh, you look too good to be a researcher. Okay. Okay, continue.
I'm a researcher and
Okay.
also as a CEO at
I
the
see.
moment.
All right.
So this is I came from industry and then
Sorry, what's the idea again, Nata?
the idea is about the environmental sensor.
For water remediation, right? Yes.
For at the moment for wastewater treatments and optimization and monitoring.
Yes, you did mention that. Okay, thank you. Next person.
Hi everyone, my name is Hajan Feng. I am IT support for my CEO.
Right.
And in short, what we do is we do real-time monitoring for wastewater to prevent anything bad happen.
Okay, you are the student. I mean, you've been the student, right?
No, I'm
industry also.
yeah,
I see.
solution.
All right, yourself?
So, morning. My name is Ryan. I'm also from Kelas Fizikal UKM. So I'm a researcher for our team, and I will just cover what our CEO has covered. So our sensor is using microbe to detect the wastewater quality. So the difference is that most of the sensors require electricity. But ours, no, we don't need electricity, and it can self-calibrate, it can measure, it can give data, and we can access the data with the internet any part of the world.
Right. Right. Okay.
Good morning, I'm Fazli,
Yeah.
I'm CEO for this project.
Yes.
I'm not from UKM,
Right.
totally outside
Right.
from the industry, from capital market.
Okay.
Just helping my sister, is the researcher.
It's easier. Yeah, tak apa, tak apa. It's okay. It's
So our
alright.
project is HelloTech, it's basically
HelloTech.
HelloTech. So it's just a device where you can detect those halogens gases.
Okay, right. Yes. When you say capital market, what in the?
Currently, I'm the head of compliance for Nomura Security
Right.
Malaysia. It's a foreign stockbroking.
Yes, I know. I'm aware of Nomura.
It's a hustle.
Yourself? Assalamualaikum.
Nama saya Bahagian daripada Pharmacy. CEO saya, abang saya.
It's okay.
So, easy to kenal, okay? Sama. So, product is actually HelloTech. It's a fast detection strip for halogenated compound. So, to compare between chlorine, fluorine, iodine. So, it's a fast strip lah. We use untuk semiconductor to detect leaking. In water treatment to detect chlorine gas. So it can work with gas and also liquid.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Yeah. Bismillah. Assalamualaikum.
My name is Mamasina. I'm from Medical Faculty at UKM. So our project is we are going to
Bagi-bagikan.
specific product where we are fabricating FEC hydrogel to accelerate corneal wound healing. So corneal wound healing is very important because if you do not accelerate it will scar and causes more complication later. So our product is aiming to accelerate the wound healing.
For cornea, huh? I know. Next last person. Assalamualaikum.
My name is Nur Amalia. I'm with Prof. Wan.
Prof. Wan. Amalia. Yeah, thank you. Okay, before we all begin, and like I said, 1 minute, I'm going to have a bell, and I said when it switch, you all switch lah, meaning that please roam around the room so that you meet orang lain. And like I said, there is no penalty kalau betul ke salah ke, markah you rendah ke, right? It's just that get to know each other, that's important. And again, how you articulate. You know, as we all will listening, kita cuba dengar apa teknologi tu canggih ke tak canggih kan. Please, I will repeat this over time. it's not about the technology. Yes, wound healing, cornea healing, to detect apa tadi? Gas, halogen punya gas, and IoT device and speech therapy. I'm sure you put a lot of work into it over the years, but I can tell you, it's not about the technology. The technology, okay, yeah, maybe you said technology is 30% of the overall investable business model, and yes, to me, it's less than 40% of what is investable business model technology. That is, even though I'm listening also, wah, canggih teknologi ni ya, dengar, ada dia taklimat, the researcher was talking about it, trying to recall what is it about. But as I said, to you all, the technology is important. Even to me as an inventor, I come up with ideas for my own startup. Yes, we so proud of our solution. At the end of the day, it's not about your technology in coming up with investable business model. So just, I know, sakit hati dengar kan. Padahal bertahun-tahun buat research kan. But anyway, okay, let's stand up. We're going to do this couple rounds, maybe 6 ke 7 kali bell, maybe more than that, maybe 15 kali, so that at least you meet at least 5 or 6 people. And do letak you punya tu lah. Kalau boleh, jangan meet people in your group. Please go around. Okay, let's start. Now I'm going to give you 1 minute and then switch lah. Okay, let's timer. So do walk around. Timer. Flip clock, stopwatch. Okay. Sabar. Macam mana ni? 1 minute. Okay, start now. 1 minute. And then you bagi markah kepada individu yang give you the answer. Okay, stop. Next person, switch. Stop talking. Next person. Okey. Okey, betul. Kita tunjuk dia orang ni sekejap lagi.
All of classes saya set on Wednesday.
Betul, malam kan?
Even physical pun kita terus set Rabu. So
betul.
Rabu. Cuma ada 2 hari je kita prepone sebab ni ada raya haji.
Okey, betul lah. Okey.
Kita tawarkan yang ni Muharram cuti.
Asyik.
Tiga ni je kita prepone. Lain semua Wednesday.
So kalau ni
yang biru ni physical.
Okey, ni physical. So ini hari apa ni?
Ni hari Isnin.
So maksud dia Isnin is a cuti. Okay, switch. Okay, isn't is
Okey, dia punca daripada sini. Minggu 27 ni cuti.
Okay.
Asalnya patutnya fizikal ni 20 minit.
Right.
So kita anjak. Online asalnya sepatutnya 20.
Betul.
Tapi 18.
I see.
Dan fizikal
sepatutnya 27.
kita buat 20.
Okey, cantik. So semua sekali ada 24 lah ni.
Yes.
Okey. Alright. Dan yang bawah ni
between demo day dengan semasa demo.
Tak, maksud saya 24 masih kelas. Demo day tu you tulis sini akhir September. You tulis nombor line 25. Demo day TBA lah, to be announced. You tulis sini akhir September. Sorry, demo day just put that akhir September to be announced lah, itu je. At least nombor 25 dia tahu demo day lah. Okay.
Saya terus set semua.
Set lah. Betul, Wednesday okey lah. Cantik kan.
Tapi Monday okey ke? Monday malam untuk kelas yang kita ganti.
Monday malam okey. Boleh. Boleh. So basically ialah yang ada seminggu 2 kali lah
Sebagai raya haji.
Betul. Okay. Very good. Alright, boleh. Okay. Okay, switch now. Okay, switch. Okay, switch.